Good afternoon and welcome to Through the Static. This is Stephen, the medium, and I'm kind of
Good afternoon and welcome to Through
chuckling.
the Static.
We're having some craziness happening in the studio. I think I'm on air, but I hope I am to say, hey everybody, I'm so excited that we're here, and I am here with
Coach Elix, I can hear you loud and clear.
thank God, Elix. I was going to have a heart attack. So usually I hear my Lot of Love music, so I obviously know when I'm supposed to come in, but it wasn't on, and I'm flying blind. So, but we're here. It's part of radio, and I hope everybody is doing well. I hope everyone is having a great week. It's been a couple of weeks since I've been here, so I'm really, really excited. To everybody that's tuning in, welcome. And for the next hour, just sit back and enjoy Elix's craziness. That's what I always say, right? Because Elix
right.
really is the crazy one. So, but how are you, Elix?
I am amazing. How could we not be? We just came back from this amazing trip to LA, Santa Monica, and we had just a great time, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. I'm just laughing at the Facebook Live story. So, but before
let's keep that a Facebook Live story and not a radio story, please, for the life of God.
I don't know what you mean, Elix, but we did have a great time. But I always do a Facebook Live before we start the show, just to check in with everybody, say hi, and it's fun. And I love too that right before I start the live video, I can see orbs going through already, which is already like, yeah, spirit's here and ready to go. So, but Elix and I had a phenomenal trip, and I think, Elix, I'm sure you'll agree that one of the best parts of that trip were meeting and seeing friends, right?
It was, I honestly, I don't think there was any part of that trip that wasn't a favorite part of that trip for me. It was the friends that we met, the dinners that we had, the running by the Venice, Santa Monica, Malibu Beach. It was just fabulous.
Yeah, for me and Elix, we're big runners. So to have the hotel be across the street from the beach and to be able to just step out the front door and go down this little incline or and just be at the beach and get to run on this path that I don't know how long it goes, but it goes pretty long. So and I actually did my longest run. I did 4.62 miles. I was really excited about that. And I think you did your longest run too, Elix, right?
Yeah, I did. I definitely did my longest run there. So I don't remember what it was, but it was definitely over 6 miles.
Yeah, one day we ran, and I think we ran 4 point something, me in the low fours, and then we went to what's called Runyon Canyon to hike, and we did another 3 miles. So in one day, it was close to 8 miles of just exercise. And, it didn't even feel like exercising because it's such a gorgeous, beautiful place there. And we really had such a great time. And, I think both of us left everything here and just wanted to be just in a present place, right, Elix? Just to enjoy. I think that's why we enjoyed LA so much.
Yeah, LA is, I feel at home in LA. Let's just put it that way.
It's kind of interesting with Elix is that this April will be 29 years. The two of us have been together, and I've never in 29 years had or seen a reaction with Elix like he did with LA. So 2 years ago, right before COVID started, it was September 2019, we went for the first time, and I was doing an event out there. But Elix, I swear, I think it was like the first day or second day, right?
I loved. I don't know. It was something about LA that made me feel at home immediately.
Yeah, Elix definitely just connected with it, and it's a great place. And I was saying on Facebook Live that one of the dinners I had was with someone I met when I started like a first job at Chess King, which is pretty amazing. The fact that I found her, I don't know, probably about 7 years ago on Facebook and got to keep in touch with her. It's not the first time we've seen each other. She's come here because she's got family in Rhode Island. And I met her when she was here, and we had, I think, lunch or breakfast or dinner, something like that. But in 2019 we met, and this time we met too. And it's just always so great to get to see her. It's and everybody else we saw, right?
Yeah, that was part of why this trip was so much fun.
But let me just tell you that if you looked on Facebook, my Facebook as well as Elix, if you're not following him, make sure you follow him, Coach Elix. You'll see pictures that we posted of those crazy chairs on 3rd Street Promenade that when you sit in them, they tilt backwards, but they never fall. Well, they're not supposed to fall.
Well, they're not supposed to, but they do fall. We saw actually a couple of people fall right off those chairs.
But I'll tell you, I thought I almost peed my pants when Elix got on that chair. His expression and his like legs up and just like really, really scared that the whole thing was going to tip over was the funniest thing.
One of the highlights of your trip.
That was definitely one of the. Well, there were. I got to be honest. There were several highlights. I mean, especially I can't remember the name in Malibu that we went to those. That beach and got to see the bluffs. That was
and we saw Eddie.
We saw Eddie too. Yeah. So Eddie is Sammy's cousin on the West Coast. So Sammy, if you don't know, is my flirtation on Cape Cod Canal when I run. There's a seal, and I named him Sammy. And periodically I see him, and like he gives me a show. He gives Elix a show, and we sat on the beach in Malibu. And I looked up and said, "Oh my God, Elix!" Right in front of us was another seal. So Lisa, our friend Lisa, called him, said his name is Eddie when we told her about it that night. So Sammy's cousin Eddie on the West Coast, we got to see. I got to take a video too. I definitely will post it. But those bluffs were just amazing. And you know, Elix always comes down on me about these different things I do, and I'm crazy, and I have to agree I am, and I make him do a lot of stuff. But so we walk out. The parking lot in this particular place where the bluff is closed. And it was because of, they had a lot of rain and because of, I think Lisa said landslides, right, Elix?
Yes.
So the parking lot wasn't open, but you could walk in it. So we did. But to get to the bluffs, it was quite a walk because there was a long, long driveway to get to the parking lot. So we finally get to this most gorgeous bluff. Beautiful the way the water's hitting. And I am starting to walk through the sand. And Elix is at the perimeter of the sand. And I'm like, if you tell me you're not going to walk on the sand because you don't want to get your sneakers sandy, I'm going to have to divorce you. I'm just going to have to. So I made him, and he looked like a crab that had sunburns on his feet. You should have seen, I should have videoed it, Elix walking on the sand to make sure that sand didn't get in his sneakers. Now, that's impossible if you're walking in sand, right?
And I was not very successful at it because I had a pound of sand in every shoe. So.
But you know what? That was hilarious. But the one run we went, and I run faster than Elix, so I went by myself just one time, and I got back and I was done, and I'm like waiting for Elix and said, "This is crazy. I'm at the beach. I've never had my feet in the Pacific Ocean, so there goes my sneakers and my socks." And I went across to the beach, and I actually videoed it too, and put my feet, and it was cold, but it felt really, really good. No different than how I grew up in Rhode Island. Those beaches are always cold. And of course, when Elix got back, I was just starting to try to put my socks on, and it was like I was a 4-year-old boy and he was my father. You should have seen him reprimanding me how I'm going to get sand I'm a mess, my feet are a mess.
Well, you were a mess. Your feet were a mess. You had sand all over you. And I was like, you are not going into our room with sand put sand all over the floor. So
I'm like, that's what a maid's for. She'll pick it up, right?
Oh my God. Please help us. Well, hopefully before the end of the show, you'll be able to tell everyone about your curly hair story, because that one is to be told.
We don't have enough time. So,
Well,
but
we
it is
will
time.
have time. Yes.
It's time for a break. So I'm going to take a break, my first break. And when I come back, I know there are callers waiting. So 508-222-1320. And when I come back, I will start taking calls. So we will be right back. And welcome to Through the Static. This is Stephen the Medium, your host, and I am with Coach Elix. And by the way, Mark is in the studio also producing the show. So let me go to the first caller. Hi, this is Stephen. Who's this? Hello? Hello, who's this? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Hi, what is your name?
Jen?
Hi, Jen, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good too. So, Jen, if it's okay, let me just tune in with you and you can hear me, right?
Yes, I can.
Okay, perfect. So, Jen, there's been the first thing that as soon as I hear your voice and tune into your energy is that oh my God, you got a lot of loved ones around you, but someone keeps talking about a shift or a big change in something. Jen, did somebody like recently or is planning on moving connected to you?
I am.
I love Jen. Well, me. So are you planning on moving?
I am trying to move to Tennessee from Massachusetts with my daughter.
Wow, Jen. You know, the greatest thing when you just said that to me, and that's the first thing I said, is I heard everybody in spirit, all your loved ones, scream that they're so happy that you got that. because it's a way to let you know everybody's with you. Like I just had this conversation with somebody about the people here on this earth that are very lucky are the ones that get help from your loved ones on the other side. And everybody wanted to bring that up just to let you know that they're watching you and they know what's going on with you. It's very interesting. There's a Mark, Jen, I'm sorry about this. Mark, oh dear God, Mark, we can hear everything. Jen, are you still there?
Yes.
I'm sorry, Jen, about that. I'm really sorry, but when I tune into a grandfather, it's not a dad figure. Is your dad still living?
Yes, he is.
I thought so, but because it's a generation up, and it feels like it's a grandfather that either you didn't know well or weren't close to, something like that. Because he pulls away from me. Just make sure that you know that it doesn't really. Of course, it matters, but it's no matter who comes through to give you validations, it's all about giving you this support. And that grandfather, as well as now there's a grandmother too stepping forward, just talks about your grandmother. A grandmother just said to me how incredibly proud they are of you, Jen. I know you said you're with your daughter because of everything you've been through. Now, I know people have been through stuff. I get that. And I don't know your particular life and experience, but just know that if for them to bring that up, there's a reason for it. Who's Brianna or Bobby? But who's the B name? There's a really strong like Brian. I can't get the B. Either first name or middle name, Jen. But it's either someone living or somebody crossed. So just make sure you keep it with you. But are you one of two, or do you have two siblings?
I have one sibling, so I'm one of two.
One of two, got it. Because I just heard your grandmother say there's two too. So just make sure you know that they're giving us a valid. Is it a sister?
Yes.
I just asked if it's a brother or a sister, and she said sister. That's why I just asked. But there's a B connection to either you or your sister. I don't know if it's a nephew, niece, but I keep getting like a BR name, like Brianna or a Brad. Just make sure you keep it with you, Jen. And again, it could be living across, and sometimes the great thing about this, sometimes it could even be a friend of the family or a friend you used to have. As a matter of fact, now that I say that, there is a guy, a young guy who crossed and is giving a validation that he's always around and watching you. Did you have somebody that was close to you that died younger? Like a guy?
Not close to me, but my cousin did.
You said your cousin died?
Yes.
Just know that, I guess because it's a relative, probably I was picking up close as opposed to a friend. Just know, and this is a guy you said, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I know, Jen, you may be like, wow, this is so random, like why? But it's for whatever reason, your cousin and John or Jim, Jane, George, who's the G or J? When your cousin stepped forward, he just gave me the G or J name.
I know of a G, like it's his last name, but it's not. And then I have a few J's in my life.
A lot of times, Jen, I know you're Jen, but a lot of times when they give me not particular names, but like a G or J name, it's because there are a number of G or J's around you. It's just a validation. But let me tell you, is your daughter's father like separated?
Yes, me and him are separated.
No, I don't mean that, because you said me and my daughter, but is he like either geographically away or just relationship away? Like not, it just seems like it feels like there's custody, or there's an argument with custody, then there's not, then there is, then there's not. It just seems like it keeps going back and forth, back and forth. Is dad is her father in her life?
He is, but not really. Like, he sees her once in a while, but barely. I mean, that's what we're kind of doing right now. We're going through a custody battle for us to be able to move.
Yeah, so that's exactly what I was picking up on the custody, no custody, yes custody, no custody. You just know that why I bring that up also, Jen, is that everybody in spirit is watching you, and you've got to, one is your mother's mother crossed.
Yes.
She comes from the right, so that's always maternal. But she just said to me, one thing my granddaughter, all she needs to remember is this, like, based on what she's been through, that is enough to show how strong this woman is, meaning you. I mean, you are incredibly strong, incredibly courageous, Jen, and just know that as difficult as it may be, because you're in the midst of this, all I can tell you is that there's such better time coming forward. And your grandmother just flipped the calendar, and I know we're almost in 2022, but she just flipped it into 2022. It's just a way, and your grandmother just said, Jen, just hold on. Just hold on. You've got to hold on. And they keep, your grandmother keeps giving a validation. There's also a Mary Ellen, Marie. There's some I don't think it's Mike. I keep hearing the M name. So just keep that with you. But that grandmother just keeps saying that for your, who's seven, or what's seven?
I mean, seven's my lucky number, but you said the M name. We're actually trying to move to Tennessee to be with my cousin Michelle.
Wow. I love that. Did you say
also from my mom's side of the family?
I love it. And did you say seven is your favorite number?
Yeah, it's my lucky number. It's my birthday. My birthday's October 7th. I don't know what so.
Well, listen, you got my husband's birthday, October 7th, so you're in such good place there, Jen.
Oh, well, happy belated birthday, Elix.
Yeah, he's here. He's listening some way.
Thank
somehow.
you.
I love it. And what I know about Libra is the balance, and just means that when you don't think you can handle it, you can so handle it. You're amazing, Jen. And I'll tell you, I just said to your grandmother, because I know you want to know, how is this going to work out? And I said, is she moving? Is she not moving? Like how is this working? And your grandmother, like, very much loves you and is watching you, and just said, please just reiterate what I already told you, Stephen. And that's all I can give, because I think it's because there's a lot of emotions right now. But what she's saying is that it just gets so much better. And Jen, if you think about it, like, within a month and a half or so, it's 2022. So just make sure, the last thing I'm going to tell you, it feels like, and keep this with you, your grandmother just said, in a snap of a finger, it all gets fixed. I don't know. I mean, I don't even want to pretend to guess what that means. It almost feels like all of a sudden everything falls into place and things are so much better. Like your grandmother just said, her life is so much better, and the environment and the energy is so much better. So, just make sure you keep that with you, Jen, and I hope that helps.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, Jen. Lots of love to you. And you know what? I'm like 2 minutes early, but I'm going to take a break so I can come back and hit more callers. So we will be right back. Elite? I can't believe you're not saying yes, we do. And welcome back to Through the Static. This is Stephen the Medium, your host. I hope everyone's having a great Wednesday. And Elix, the Puerto Rican, is with me, my co-host, Coach Elix.
I'm right here.
And how cool is it that Jen had your same birthday?
That's awesome.
I love it. So let me go to the next caller. Hi, this is Stephen. Who's this?
Hi, this is Kristen.
Hi, Kristen. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, too. So let's check in with you, Kristen. This is interesting, Kristen. I don't usually see this or feel this at all. And I don't know if this is you as Kristen or something's going on. There's a lot of walls up with you. As soon as I got near your energy, I could just, it was very hard for me to get through. And I know, with everything that's going on with COVID and all that kind of stuff, I know that, everybody is in different places and energy is a little crazy. But the reason why I bring it up, and I promise it's because it's positive, is because you've got such beautiful energy and such beautiful auras that, just keep that in mind because, if, and I know you're probably, I shouldn't say probably, maybe you're aware, maybe you're not, but if you are guarded, that also means that the beauty of your soul is guarded, and that also can't get out to people. So just make sure you keep that, with you, somebody just in I love your loved one. Someone just patted me on the back and said, yeah, you did that okay. I'll take okay, Kristen. But where's the dad come in, the dad energy? Is your father here or crossed?
He's here.
So you don't have either an ex or a current father-in-law crossed?
No. I had a very good friend that crossed recently.
Was he older?
No.
Oh, wait a minute, hold on. So I got to always stop myself because, a father also was, well, let me ask you something. Was he a father?
Yes.
Oh, so that's probably what, did he have 2 kids?
He did.
Yeah, so it's him. I just asked him, I'm like, is this you? And he's looking at me like, I don't have to be your father. I can just be a father. He's got a really beautiful sense of humor. Kristen, he just said to me, oh my God, Stephen, I cannot believe that they let me get through. He's not even going through me. He's going right to you and he's yelling at you like, Kristen, you don't understand. Just so many people here. I have no idea how I'm speaking to you. They let me get through. And I just said, well, they let you get through because clearly Kristen needed to hear from you. And he's got he has watery eyes and keeps saying, I know. And just said, first of all, he just said to me, Kristen, don't do this to me. You when every single day I feel the sadness, I feel the missing. He's like, and I'm part of that, and I hate you feeling that way. I just, because he said, Stephen, you were so on point with the way you started this, about who she is. She's got this she's such an incredible soul, and everything is just kind of, now I understand, Kristen, with the walls and the guard up. I get it, and the grieving. So let me tell you something. Who's Stephen or Stephanie? Who's the S name he keeps talking about? Or Scott? There's an S name. Sandra, Stephen. There's a really, really strong, it could also be like Smith, Kristen. So just make sure you keep it with you, because it could be like a middle name, last name, but he's bringing it. But I gotta say, because
last name, maybe.
What was that?
A last name I know that begins with an S.
That's living?
Yeah.
Did he know them?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's probably why he's giving it as a validation. But let me get back to him. So he just said to me, he also just yelled out Bob, Bill, B name. And he just said, if she says she doesn't know, I am going to, I just said to your friend, this is like a PG radio show. He's really Kristen, was he hilarious?
He was hilarious.
Oh my God. He just gave me something to say that I'm like, I just looked at him and said, I cannot say that over the radio. Like, I can't. And he's laughing hysterically and says, it's all about making this beauty you're talking to laugh and smile. Brian, another B. The first caller was a B. You got a B also. But yours sounds like it's family though, Kristen. It doesn't seem like it's him. You got like a Barbara?
I have a brother named Brian.
Oh, that's what it is. But Brian's here, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so. So I thought it wasn't your friend. I thought it was your family giving that as a validation. But in any case, getting back to your friend, he went fast, like quick, like or unexpected. He just said to me he wasn't supposed to go when he went. I don't know what that means. He also talks about an accident, but it doesn't seem like it's a double validation. It seems like he's talking about, were you recently or at some point or was he like in a bad accident?
No.
Wait a minute. You weren't in some kind of like accident that was, because I keep hearing talk about the accident that was supposed to be way worse than it was. Because it feels like someone's speeding or drinking, and there's something. Or maybe it's part of like someone connected to your family. Kristen, just keep it with you because and I can hear the impact. I can hear the bang. And somebody is doing something they're not supposed to do, like speeding or drinking or high. There's something like that. So just, he just said to me, I can take the high part. He's hilarious. Like he's really funny. And every time he tells me to say something, then someone else talks and I can't get this out. He just said to me, Kristen, you gotta know that the second he crossed was the second that he grabbed your hand. And he said, Kristen, I am not letting your hand go until many, 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 many years from now when you cross over and we get reunited. And he said, no matter who's there for you, you can bet I'm going to be first. To make sure you know I'll be waiting for you. There's a very, very special connection with you two. Like a very, very you two are like a like if he was living and he went away for years, the bond wouldn't break. Or he'd come back and it would be friend. Yeah, I can tell. That's why I was saying that the connection is pretty phenomenal. So, Kristen, I got to move on. Just know that he just gave you the biggest hug, and he's got other things to say that I can't repeat. So, thank you so much for calling, Kristen. Thank you. Lots of love to you.
Bye-bye.
I'm ready. Bye-bye. And let me go to the next caller. Hi, this is Steven. Who's this?
Hi, my name is Lauren.
Lauren, how are you?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
I love you. You're fantastic. I love it. Okay, so let me tune in with Lauren and see what's going on. You know, Lauren, just hearing your voice, and I actually, this may be the theme here, but you're unlike any person I think I've ever read. You're wow. I got to make sure I get this right, Lauren. Someone in spirit, there's a grandfather who's stepping forward. Your dad is still here, right?
Yes, it's probably my dad's dad.
Yeah, I thought so. That's why I asked about the dad side. So that grandpa or grandfather, as soon as I looked at him, he's got like teary eye. He's crying. I'm like, but why are you crying? He said, Stephen, he's so excited that he gets to let you know he's here. He's with you, around you. And what I was talking earlier about your, energy, there are so many things, Lauren, that are gifts of yours that haven't been opened yet. You've got a lot going on in a really good way. And there's also Pilates or like yoga. Do you do yoga or Pilates?
I did today. It depends on the day, but yeah.
I know that may sound so random. Like, why would they bring that up? So if you did that today, it's just a grandmother too. Oh my God, there's a grandmother, but there's a great grandmother stepping forward. And Lauren, whose middle name is E, like Elizabeth or Erin?
Let's see.
Or Edward. There's an E. There's either a first or middle name E name. There's a really,
I'll definitely have to look into that. It could be my great grandmother on my mom's side.
Just make sure you. No, who's the young male? You have a brother?
I never met him, but I was supposed to. I was supposed to have a brother. He passed away before he was born.
Oh my God, Lauren, he's here. Like he's here, stepping forward, and just said, "There's no way this reading could have went on without him letting you know." He's another one in tears and is crying. Like he's like, Stephen, you don't understand. I got the best sister in the whole world, the biggest hearted. And he said, "Sis, you've got to make sure you hear Stephen that what's about to open up." And you know what, Lauren, you may be in the job of your dreams. Or by the way, who's healthcare? Who's like a nurse or doctor or healthcare or was?
Oh, let's see. That could be my dad, but he's still here.
No, but what was your dad is or was in healthcare?
He's a doctor, yeah.
Oh, so, Lauren, that would be it. So just knowing, they validate people living as well as crossed, and it's not a big surprise that this is your brother validating dad, right? I mean, it's really wild. But your brother just said, if there's one thing I just want my sister to know is that every single second that I've been crossed, and I know that my sister said I was supposed to meet him, and he's jumping up and down. And Lauren, take this perspective. When you said I was supposed to meet him, he's jumping up and down saying, I met her. Like, I met her. Like, I know her. Like, he's so excited about it. And he keeps talking about the dog in spirit. There's a dog.
I have two dogs here. Dogs that passed.
And who's Bella or Bailey or Brad or Boxer? Who's the B? Either the breed or the name.
Buddy?
Who's Betty?
Buddy was Buddy. That was
Buddy.
My grandma's dog. Yeah.
Oh my God! So that's so cool that Buddy is here too. So I mean, giving the validation, and you know what, Lauren? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, thank you. That's all.
So your brother just said to me, my sister's, there's a change, either that it's happened or it's coming. There's something moving or changing profession-wise with you. Something is shifting, or, it could be a promotion. It could be just a change of company. It could be a new job. It could be that you didn't have something recently done, like changed.
Oh, I'm always working. So I do music as a job, and it's always just working on new stuff.
Wow, I love that. So Lauren, make sure you keep this E. When you just talked about you do music, either there's a song name, like the title is an E name, or you've come across or worked with an E. There's an E connected to your profession. So just make sure maybe it's one of your favorite artists. I don't know. But just make sure when you said you do music, your brother just yelled, wait a minute. Do you write?
I do.
Yeah, I mean, your brother just said, Stephen, you got to see her. Well, all I can tell you, Lauren, is what you're doing is what you're supposed to do, and where that's going. Just make sure, this is on, my Facebook page. It's on WARA's YouTube, so you can go back and listen to it. But I got to tell you something. You better buckle up, girly, because what's going to happen is pretty spectacular with you, like really spectacular. And your brother just said my sister's going to feel like this was luck. And I tell people luck is always a part of all of our lives, right? But it's more than luck. It's spirit making things happen, and it's you making things happen. You live and breathe what you're doing, and that's going to bring this to fruition. And, Spirit never says do this or do that, but they will absolutely give you accolades and support you and say how good you are. And Lauren, you're good. Like, you're really, really good. So just make. What was that?
I just got the chills. Thank you so much.
You know what? You know what, Lauren? When people get the chills, that's your loved ones. That's your brother going right through you. His energy, his spirit. And I've got to take a break because it's going to cut us off. I'm going to leave you with that, Lauren. Thank you so much for letting me do this.
Thank you.
All right. Lots of love to you. We will be right back. And welcome back to Through the Static. Let me go to the next caller. Hi, this is Steven. Who's this?
Hi, this is Erica.
Hi, Erica. How are you?
Good. Thank you for taking my call.
Thank you, Erica. So I got to go really quick because unfortunately I'm running out of time. So, Erica, there's an animal person around you. Before I even got your voice, it was like Noah's Ark with me. There was just animals everywhere. So, are you connected to animals?
I was calling to connect with an animal. Yes.
Oh my God, Erica. I love this. I love this. Wow. So tell me in essence of time, dog, cat, what's the animal?
It's a dog, yeah.
A dog. So it's just, wow. Erica, you just blew me away, and so did your dog, because I mean, I didn't even get to ask you anything, and like the animals were there. You're and this is wait a minute. Do you have, Erica, was this recent?
A few years ago.
No, but you have an animal now?
No.
There's the dog that you were asking about, and there's also a G or J name or a breed. So I don't know if this is that one or a different one. Just make sure you keep it with you. So it's either a breed like with a G or J, or a name G or J, or a nickname, something like that. And also Candy, or who's the C or K name?
No C or K.
Just make sure you keep it with you, Erica. And it doesn't have to be the dog that you're looking for, but the dog that you are looking for. And there's also a bee. There's a lot of animals here. A bee, but bee name. But just know that dog just keeps saying thank you, thank you, thank you. I mean, I'm assuming you were very close, or you wouldn't be asking to connect with the dog. But was this a girl?
No, it's a boy.
So there's a girl dog here. Make sure the letters I gave you, make sure you keep that with you. But I don't know if it's living or cross, but just keep it, make sure you keep it with you. But the dog that you wanted to come through, somebody had something or has something from him. A collar or something. Ashes, I don't know what this is, but he keeps saying, or a bowl. I know you said it's a number of years ago, but somebody's got something from him.
Yeah, we do have his ashes. Yeah.
So I love that. So just know that he's giving that also as a validation, Erica. And it sounds like you may have a busy, crazy life, but you're connected to a puppy or a kitten, either friend, family, something's coming in or around you or already has, because the dog keeps telling me there's something new. I don't know if you know that or understand that.
No,
just
I
if
don't know.
if you don't, just keep it with you. In the S name, S, like
S.
Yes, like the
Like a
snowy or person, animal, something like that. I hear that baby.
Yeah, we have a baby. You did know that he was coming before we did, so that was cool.
But who's the S connected to you?
An S. My friend's father that passed is an S.
So maybe it's him stepping forward. So that's pretty wild. And did you say I told you the baby was coming?
Oh yeah, even told us about the birthmark he would have. Yep.
And I'm assuming.
Chin, yeah.
And there is a birthmark?
Yep, and the cleft chin. I'm the only one in the family that has it, and gave it to
oh my
my
God,
son.
You're killing me, Erica.
Yeah.
And listen, I would love to keep going, and I can't. So just make sure you know that at the beginning of this, that dog who loves you is making sure he stepped forward to let you know. And I'll leave you with that. Lots of love to you, Erica.
All right. Thanks so much.
Alrighty, bye-bye. Hi, this is Steven. Are you coming to me? Hi.
Hi.
Who's this?
This is Carol.
Hi, Carol. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, Carol. And let me get right to it with you. So, Carol, there's a mother figure, but there's a father figure. Is both mom and dad crossed?
No, my father has.
So your father has. So then it's either a mother-in-law or a grandmother. Mom stepping forward because there's a mother energy.
It could be
Carol,
yeah.
Go ahead.
Could be my grandmother. I'm surprised my father's not like right there.
Well, he is, and that's where I started with mom and dad. Who's Carol? Who's Ann or Anthony or the A name?
Anthony. Oh my God, that's my father.
Oh, hey, you asked and I delivered, right? No.
Oh my God, that's all I wanted to hear. Oh my God, I love him.
Well, Carol, so he loves you too. But I got to tell you something. He just said to me, it is not easy also with you to get through. To get through because there's so many people that want to get through. There's a birthday or an anniversary really close to you, connected. 2 weeks back, 2 weeks forward. There's something, brother, sister, mother, father. I don't know what this is, but I keep seeing the bouquet of flowers. So it's either anniversary of death, birthday. Just make sure you keep it with you. Your father just said to me, every single day, Stephen, my daughter thinks of me. Some point during the day, every single day.
Don't stop.
And Carol, watch Your father said she's oblivious to this now. She wasn't a while back, but she is now. Watch the goose pimples or the goosebumps, because like my caller, a couple of callers before that got goose pimples. That's your dad going through you and making sure you know that he's and anything with feathers. He just said he gives you birds, butterflies, dragonflies. He just said I do all of that with my daughter always.
Yes, and cardinals. When I tell you, you have no idea how much I love him, and I don't stop thinking of him.
Carol, I love that.
He's my new grandson.
There's no question that he sees everything, but I got to tell you, first and foremost is you. He's just around you. He's just with you all the time. I don't know why does he keep showing me fire? Was there a fireman or a fire years ago? There's something that he keeps lighting. You know what it is, Carol? It's a long time ago. Keep this with you.
Okay.
And someone lit something like in the neighborhood, or there was like a little kitchen fire or something that was put out, but your father's bringing it up and he said it's when he was here. So just make sure you keep that with you. Or maybe it could also be someone lived near a fire station, something like that. So just also make sure you keep it with you. And he's just, your father just said, can you please tell my daughter to stop worrying about things? She worries. It's like she just worries.
I do.
And he just said, stop it, because the majority of what you're worrying about it never happens. It just never happens. It's good. Your father said, Carol, you're also so connected, and you get so many signs from me, but the worrying actually blocks you seeing them. So take a step back, take some deep breaths. You, my friend, are very, very connected, and you know that. I know you know that.
I do. I feel him all the time.
Yes, I love it. You know how many people want to know that, want to feel that?
You asked him, did he see his new great-grandchild?
Hey, Carol, he sees everybody, and just in essence of time, because they're going to cut me off, I gotta leave you with that. Lots of love, and thank you for letting me do this, Carol.
Thank you so much.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
So what a great amount of people. The time flew by. So, Coach Elix,
it always does.
Tell everybody how they can find you.
At Coach Elix.
Everything across the board, right?
Across the board. Just
what about
Coach Elix and you'll get me.
What about your radio show?
And you can listen to my radio show every Friday at 1 p.m. Get a Grip with Coach Elix. I have a wonderful co-host also, somebody that speaks to dead people.
Yeah, I heard he's handsome too. That's what I heard. I don't know. I haven't seen him.
I heard he's into curly hair recently.
Okay, could you just you have I think a minute. Just tell people you want to get it out. Get it out.
No, there's nothing to tell. They're just simply that here we are in LA at a store, and all of a sudden I see Steven holding a bag of foam rollers, and I'm like looking at him. Like, you got to be kidding me. What is that for? He's like, well, I want to see if I can get my hair curly. I'm like, you are freaking losing your mind. So, yeah, we walked out of the store with a bag of rollers, and he insisted that I put that bag in a very tight luggage coming back. So
well, I purchased it at CVS, right? It was really cute too. I didn't know it had all different sizes. But like I said on Facebook Live, if anyone's wondering, I just I've got wave to my hair, and I just wanted to see what it would look like if it was really curly. So I tried, and I was a big failure. Every time I put, my hair's long, so every time I put it and try to spin it, and then I clipped it and I let go, the curler fell right out. So clearly I wasn't supposed to do that, but I just felt like, you never know. I never say never, right, Elix?
Apparently so. So,
Thank you, Mock, who produces the show. He has his show 3 to 5, Mock's Jukebox, so check that out. I'm here every Wednesday, and I hope everybody has a wonderful, beautiful rest of the week, and we will see you soon. So bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.